My project is on Stoneheart by Charlie Fletcher. This is by Noah Singer. Have you ever been completely and utterly confused? Once your confusion is eradicated, you have probably learned something. In Stoneheart by Charlie Fletcher, the main character is very confused for most of the story. His confusion is so intense that by the end of the book, he has learned so much that he becomes a better person. George is the main character of this book. He is 12 years old. His dad is dead, and he lives with his mom in an apartment in London. At the beginning of the story, George is timid and lonely. He believes that it is good to be a loner because if you don't have friends, no one will let you down. As the story progresses and he is thrown into dangerous situations, he is forced to make friends and to gain confidence. He finds out who he really is. By the end of the story, he is a leader and is very brave. His newfound bravery and confidence can be seen on page 419. He felt the black taste in his mouth, felt it tingle spikily in his nose, and found he was running forward, cocking the gun with both thumbs and aiming right at the thick-boned crown of the bull's head. One day, when George is on a school field trip at a museum, he gets in trouble with a mean teacher. To punish him, the teacher tells him to wait inside the building until the class comes back. George is so angry that he walks right out of the museum and punches a carved dragon head off the intricately carved building. The first moment in which George witnesses a statue moving is on page 16. It wasn't anything human. It wasn't anything possible. It was, however, peeling itself off the stone facade of the museum and looking at George with flat, blank hatred, and not just hatred, hunger too. Soon he finds that doing this has caused the taints, malicious statues such as gargoyles meant to frighten people, to come after him. Throughout the book, George is trying to stay alive by running from the taints. George also has to find a way to stop these creatures from trying to kill him. George runs into people and statues that become friends to him, and they all join him on his fight to stay alive. During the story, George has to conquer and deal with sphinxes, gargoyles, a dragon, a minotaur, among other things. I enjoyed this book. I felt that the story improved as it went along. The ending has many unexpected twists to it, and I would recommend this book to anyone seeking a good fantasy adventure story.